Hello everyone. And just like that hernia you thought you got rid of 5 years ago, we're back.
Fuck yeah.
Here we are for another talk spot, another month. God, it's hot as balls. I'm tired, but we got to do this.
Yeah, at least it's early enough, at least where I'm at, where I'm not fucking dying yet. I got about another 30 minutes before it starts
You
to get...
have that stage in the morning that's sort of normal, and then it just starts creeping up, and you're like, no, leave me alone.
Yeah, that is the one nice thing about living in a desert. Until the sun comes up, it's half decent.
Yeah. Our island, what people don't realize is because of the sea air, it's always humid.
Mm-hmm.
There's no such thing as a dry heat. Dry heat you can deal with, but because it's a salt air and it just draws the moisture out of you.
Yeah.
As well, so it's not even like a tropical. You know what I mean? It's salt air, humidity. So it just no God. I didn't get into 3 a.m. yesterday or this morning.
I had to Look at you partying hard. Fuck.
God, well, I was on water. It'd be cheaper partying for £4 a bottle of water, and they pour in a cup, and there's that little bit in the bottom, and you're just like, give me it. No, can't. We're not allowed because you might fill it up and throw it at people.
That's so fucking stupid. It's like, I mean, yeah, it's easy enough to turn a water bottle into a weapon that you can slice somebody up with, but still.
They're thinking it filled because it was a football stadium. They're thinking people fill them up with water and throw them, for piss. So that's the way it is. People are mad or rage-filled, zombies.
Yeah.
Talking of rage-filled zombies.
There's a segue.
I'm getting better at this, Hunter.
Fuck yeah. That was smooth.
Almost professional. So the thing I'm worried about, looks like it's about to happen. We're now getting 28 years later, Boneyard something, bringing back Cillian Murphy. Sorry, it's trying to get me to buy stuff. Fuck off, GQ. You're a rag. It's only GQ's one of them rags. That always appeared in the shells and newsagents and stuff. And yeah, you couldn't pay me to actually read it. Just having this article come up, but
right,
yeah, they're now going to start pumping out the spin-off sequels. So what I liked about 28 Years series, or the 28th series, whatever you want to call it, was that it didn't pump one out every year and go mad. Like, there was time and it made sense, and they took a bit of thought with them.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's about to go off the rails, I think.
Yeah, that's this is the first I've heard of it. That just seems, I don't know, excessive.
Yeah. So here's the question. Is 28 Years Later part of the new trilogy, or is the Boneyard going to be part of the new trilogy? Because they're a bit vague about it. Sorry, the Bone Temple. Oh, yeah. But have you seen 28 Years Later?
Nope.
Oh, shit. Are you planning to?
At some point.
No, I mean, are you actually invested in... Have I spoiled this for you?
I don't fucking care.
Double shit.
No, I haven't even...
I didn't even...
I haven't even watched the second one. Like, let's put it that way.
All right, okay. So you're...
last time I watched 28 Days Later was when I bought it from Hollywood Video as Hollywood Video was going out of business, if you want to do the math on that. So, yeah, I've got no heavy investment in this, so I don't give a fuck.
Just had that realization. I'm like, no, it's clear enough that we're not spoiling for everybody. If you haven't, I mean, if you're invested in going to see the movie, you'll have seen it by now.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, we're doing a review podcast. If I cared, I would know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah,
so we're good.
So they're all right. The second one was a bit odd. Robert Carlyle was the leading that. That's what they tried to. But when the Yanks come in and tried to repopulate Britain and stuff, and then it all went tits up as usual. So that was it. And then the virus. So this is like years. The virus has spread. UK is basically cut off from the rest of the world. Sort of regressed into like medieval living. But like today, actually. So
I was like, is this a documentary?
Yeah, it's like not much different from like right now. Like we're proper in the shit as a country, but hey, Not going that depressing stuff, but yeah, the Bone Temple. Basically, it's spoiler for the film. What the Bone Temple's about. It's not really that exciting. It's one person building a monument to all the dead. That was it. I didn't mind. I enjoyed 28 Years Later, but it's one of those almost thoughtful, wishy-washy, feely movies, if that makes sense.
Mm.
Just laying in the back of the zombie apocalypse. It's not groundbreaking movie or anything.
I think I can get behind that. It's every now and then. It's
ending
nice
just makes you go, huh? So you're just like, what's going on here? So I think that's going to carry on this trilogy from the ending of this movie, and it's almost like they're doing Mad Max. They're going to do Mad Max with zombies or something, but probably not as fun.
It's like you're kind of selling me on it.
No, this is what I didn't want to happen. I wouldn't mind these movies popping up every couple of years. Random little thing, you watch it as a curio, fine. If they're going to go down the Disney format of let's pump one out and do a TV show and blah 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 blah, like, nah, I'm out.
Yeah, it's pretty rare that that's ever a successful formula.
Yeah, so Bone Temple is the second part of the planned trilogy from Danny Boyle and Alex Garland. Directed this time around by Candyman and the Marvels' Nia DaCosta. I'm guessing they mean the shitty Candyman fucking...
Oh, you mean the fantastic sequel that was better than the other sequels? Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that. Yeah. I'll fucking
don't stop Jordan Peele's dick, would you?
I thought it was fucking great because I'm not a fucking curmudgeon, but that's just me. Like, come on, man. The puppet show alone, that was fucking dope. I'd have watched an hour of just that.
Well, if they had done an hour of just that, it would have been fine. But then they got actors involved and speaking in the shit and Tony Todd, so nah. Anyway, here's the thing, right? Are you ready? Cillian Murphy's coming back. Woohoo. Woo fucking who. One character.
Right. There's a lovely wooden plank for you.
Yeah. Oh woo. And I don't like him. The circumstances of his return have been kept strictly under wraps. And here we go, confessing that his part in the Bone Temple will be limited to a very satisfying introduction, i.e., key jangling. They're going to do a bit of key jangling, so this is shit. Before we even begin, if they're having the key jangle at this point and they haven't even like finished the thing, like, I don't know, man.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like they're done.
Yeah, they filmed it back to back, so they basically they did the two movies. So I think it's in post production.
I mean, it's talking about a rough cut that he saw in before June, so yeah, it's definitely deep into post.
Yeah. Yeah, so Lord Jimmy, that character was just thrown in there, makes no sense. So I don't know what the hell. I think that's what they're trying to do, the Mad Max type thing. And honestly, not feeling it. Like the first two, they're alright watches. Like it's not one you stick in the Blu-ray player again over and over. You know what I mean? It's not like a go-to.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not horrible movies. But I think they're about to make it into an absolute shit show. I really do. I think they're just going to like pump out these trilogies now every year and just run it into the ground, whatever they've built.
I mean, everybody's seeing how successful Disney is, so
yeah, isn't that just wonderful? Yeah, that's the model to follow. If you want your entertainment business to go well, just do Disney, because yeah, and then not only out there, but just burn all the money you'd made for decades with your parks, that even your parks suffer, because that's fantastic. Clever people. Is there like a delayed reaction in the Hollywood brain or something? Or the mainstream entertainment brain of Yeah, that they're doing really badly now. Yeah, let's do that now, and maybe we might do it better.
Right.
What happened to learning from other people's mistakes, or seeing how something doesn't work and going, maybe I'll not do that.
Right.
Like anyone just
That,
has
that
to
would
look
just
at
make
marriages,
sense.
you know what I mean? If you're ever thinking of getting married, look at me, and then you know exactly what not to do.
Right.
And I even give people a couple of examples, you know what I mean? I'm not one to just do it once, like you know, I just like there you go. There's a few examples. Have a crack. There's attempt at what not to do. You know, public service.
That's you're thinking of everybody else. You're a
That's it.
selfless individual. That's what it is.
Yeah. Ah, dear. Right. Why didn't Danny Boyle direct the Bone Temple? This is the best bit. Uh First of all, the real reason is he's got a lot of stuff on apparently, right? But then he has the virtue signal, which just makes me laugh. Recruiting the Costa came with the additional bonus of diversifying the creative team behind the 28 trilogy. Yeah, because that's not a toxic word these days that people aren't sick of hearing. If there's a criticism I'd make of us, it's quite the boys' club. That was a good thing to break that up, he said. It's like, fucking doesn't matter. You know, if you have a creative team and you get together and make something, what's this idea that you have to hand something over?
Yeah, it's so fucking stupid.
See this self-hatred, self-loathing shit? Just go to a church and whip yourself and have a priest bend you over or something and get it out of your system. Because that's what you need. Honestly, I believe we need the churches because the weak-minded need somewhere to huddle and get rogered because they love that stuff. People with this sort of brain need to get, you know, touched up in inappropriate ways because that's they need to feel dirty or something because they're so virtuous. Like, okay, he couldn't do it, so then he has to come up with some bullshit reason. But I'm so virtuous. Look at me.
Well, I mean, it's very likely it's the financiers. Like, it's they don't want to look like they're just into old white men. So of course they got to be like, hey, we'll give you the money to do this, but you need to hire somebody that's not white
You
or
gotta
male.
tick those boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's worked well.
I
Nobody's
mean,
sick of hearing that shit anymore.
right.
And
Yeah, I don't know whatever happened to the right person for the right job, but yeah, whatever.
That's out the window. And it doesn't matter who the right person is, you know, you just fucking leave. It's silly. It's all silliness. Yeah. 16th of January. All right. So next year. Yeah, I don't think I'll even bother. Honestly. Like I covered 28 years later because it was relevant for the channel. But yeah, if they're going to be pumping one out every year now and doing trilogy after trilogy, I'm not interested. Because at least with the original trilogy, it was like, you know, an event because there was enough time space between them.
Yeah.
So it felt
Yeah,
like
I
they
mean,
were putting effort
it's
into it. Like,
fucking 23 years in between the first one and this one.
yeah, which, you know, it almost fits with the timeline and stuff. So why not?
Yeah.
I was happy with that.
Yeah, kind of. I bet it's going to go the route of the Unbreakable series, where Unbreakable was fantastic, Split was fucking amazing, and then Glass comes out a couple months later and was just absolute dog shit.
Yeah, I didn't even see Glass.
I don't. Usually, I'm one of those
McAvoy,
people.
or was it the second one? The Split was McAvoy, wasn't it? The multiple personalities. Yeah,
yeah. No, that one was
yeah,
fucking
that was
amazing.
good.
But yeah, the Glass just felt like it was super rushed. Like, oh, there was this many years in between the other two. Let's get this one out faster. And it didn't feel right.
Don't they get the idea of actual? No, they don't. It's just pump, pump, pump. Get it out, get it out, get it out. Of building anticipation, or no?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Movies aren't an event anymore.
No, absolutely not. Like,
And
especially because, I mean, fuck, in most cases, they're out in theaters for 2 weeks, then streaming shortly after. And it's like there's no reason to go to the theater anymore. Like, unless you're crazy people like us, because you can just give it a little bit longer and sit at home with your thumb up your ass and play on your phone the whole time.
Yeah, because honestly, I have to like really be motivated to go out.
Oh, I don't. I try to go to the movies at least once a month.
It's just my local one's a bit of a shithole, so
fair. Mine's nice. I like.
No, mine's my local one's like crap, and 90% of the movies are in Hindi because that's the demographic. So I've really just I have to be really in the mood, and then to go to a decent one is about 2 hours travel.
Fuck.
So I'm like, I have to be super, super motivated. Like that's a day out nearly.
Yeah, 100%.
The popcorn. Yeah, the hot dogs get me every time. It's honestly cinema hot dogs. I'm a sucker for them. Get me every time. And even it's just putting the jalapenos, the gherkins and stuff, and the weird yellow mustard. Yeah.
Hell yeah. No, something magical about that shit, especially when you know it's been sitting out for a couple hours. Like,
that just adds to the flavor.
Any other food in any other place of that sells food, that would be the most disgusting fucking thing ever, and you would just be repulsed by it. But at a theater, you're like, yeah, that's probably been out since this morning, and I don't give a fuck. I am decimating.
I want it more, do I?
Right.
So there you go. That's a thing.
Yep.
Hope you're all suitably excited, and just know that Danny Boyle's a virtuous person. He's virtuous. Just tell him next time you see him how wonderful and selfless and loving, etc., he is.
I was gonna say that line. That line just sounds like he's like, yeah, no, I'm totally not ass chapped that I'm forced to step away from my own fucking franchise. Yeah.
There you go. There's that. Right. Here's one. It was Adam I reviewed Antlers with. Have you seen that yet?
Oh, dude, I fucking love Antlers. Yeah. Are you kidding?
All right, cool. That's
yeah, that movie. Yeah, no, I'm absolutely fucking love that movie.
That's right. You had stuff on that time. We couldn't get you on board. We had to go ahead. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I don't remember what was happening. It was
there's life, wasn't it? A
pesky stupid shit. Yeah, no, that's probably one of my favorite cryptid movies. Like,
that still lives rent free in my head. That movie.
Yeah,
that's one I'll always refer to as living in my head, because
100%.
All the build up, the atmosphere, those child actors, like you just want to go, oh come on, it's okay, come on, cuddle afterwards, because they really own those roles. But anyway, the writer Henry Chiasson, is it?
Yeah, sure, that sounds about right.
Yeah, okay. So the Antlers writer Henry Chiasson makes directorial debut on gothic thriller Recluse. Antlers and Servant. That's one I haven't seen.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen Servant.
I've heard it's one of them. It's popped up. The name's popped up, but I haven't. I'll have to check it. It seems
it's because it's Apple TV. That's why I haven't seen it.
All right. I was going to say, see if it turns out we've actually not just watched it but reviewed it at some point. I'll laugh. I'll have to maybe look at it there. But anyway, he's going to make his directorial debut. I think that's a good idea, actually. If you're a writer first before directing, the more I have looked at these movies, tell me if you agree or disagree, but the most important component is the writing. If the story isn't there, nothing else fits.
I mean, yeah, that goes without saying. But like, I mean, it's hard because there's so much shit involved that, I mean, it's like a car. Like, there's so many little parts that if this is out of whack, everything doesn't run. But yeah, I mean that's the base of it. That's where everything comes from. So
yeah, because I've found that you can forgive acting, you can forgive special effects if there's an actual gripping story there.
Yeah.
But once that story goes away, that's it. You're stuffed. So I think the idea of him starting out as a writer first, and like I haven't seen Servant, but Antlers, on that alone makes me think, yes, you get it.
Yeah, I mean that
You can tell a story.
Yeah, that alone means I'm going to this opening weekend. So, but yeah.
So Sasha Frivola stars as Joan, a solitary audio engineer who returns to her family's decaying country estate after receiving a call from her ailing father, an acclaimed but reclusive artist rumored to have dabbled in the occult. So that's not going to go badly at all.
No,
He has
absolutely
summoned something naughty.
No.
The thing is, it's okay summoning demons, but it's if you don't put out the tea and biscuits properly. You know what I mean? That's where the trouble starts.
Yeah.
It's when you start putting up wards and barriers, you summon a demon and then they're in a cage and you poke at them with a stick. That's where it goes wrong. Get the best
hospitality, people.
Yeah.
That is the key to coexistence.
Flipping, why summon a demon if you're not going to bring out the lazy chair and have it all set up, and if it's winter, have the fireplace? Frick's sake.
Yeah.
Manners.
Yeah, fucking ridiculous.
So, unearthing a malevolent secret decades in the making, Joan must determine whether the horrors she faces are the product of her father's misdeeds or her own troubled mind. So, is this going to be one of these unreliable narrator, warped reality? She's going through a bit of stuff, and then we'll find out if maybe she did it or it's actually happening.
I love that kind of shit. So
yeah, I told you, as long as they leave enough breadcrumbs, don't spell it out, but don't leave it a super ambiguous ending. You don't know where you're going.
Right.
I love those type, and the fact that the fact that he is not afraid of writing supernatural stories. So if he was just psychological thriller, then you would sort of know what this is. But the fact that he does write supernatural stories, it could be left open.
Yeah.
He's not sort of boxed in. So yeah, look forward to this. Yeah, that's all we know so far.
Yeah, I mean, just his name alone, I'm on board. Like, I fucking loved Antlers, so like I said, I'm there opening weekend.
Yeah, such a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I need I've now got to put Servant on the radar now.
See, I have such a hard time with anything that's on Apple TV because I'm fucking stupid and I could never get Apple TV to work for me, even with having a paid subscription and everything. So it's like the second I see something's on there, it's like, oh, okay, I'm not seeing that, I guess.
Apple's always been a funny setup because they want you to buy their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. But you have an iPad?
Well, it's fucking what's that?
You have an iPad though?
Yeah, like an old fucking iPad.
Yeah, but does that not work even to watch it on the?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I never thought about it.
All right.
No, because it's like I had the app on a couple of my TVs, and yeah, I had a paid subscription, but for some reason couldn't get anything to fucking work. Like, I guess I'm that old dude. So yeah, it's like I tried it a few times and was like, no, I'm not fucking dealing with this shit.
All right.
Like, oh, let's not make a fucking product user friendly for the fucking idiots out there.
No, but you're either an Apple person or you're not.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way they set up the whole business. Is either you're on board 100% or piss off.
Yeah,
there's no halfway house with Apple. That's
I'm pretty much the piss off person. Like the only reason I have an iPad is because I use Procreate for work, and that's the only way you can get Procreate is through Apple products.
Yeah, fair enough. I have nothing Apple at the moment. I used to have iPods and stuff and that, but honestly,
yeah, I still have a couple of iPods, but they're all shit out. So I just kind of look at them like, yeah, someday I'll figure out how to make this work, considering that's a beautiful MP3 player, but it's never gonna work.
That's it. But there you go. Yeah, looking forward to that. We'll
hell yeah.
Adam likes Apple stuff, so maybe we'll poke at him sometime and get him to
Right, I'll just start going over to his house to watch shows.
Yeah, so just rock up
Invite
at
my,
his house.
yeah, just
Yeah,
invite myself over.
it's like, yeah, not because you're roommate or anything, but you played Apple stuff tonight. Yeah, fun times. There you go. Anyway, we've got an interesting one to talk about.
Very, very, very interesting.
Yeah, I suppose we'll step into the vault and get going. Hey?
There's the enthusiasm we like.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's going to be one of these reviews, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, so we're going to dive into the vault today to discuss Charlie's Farm, directed by Chris Sun. Four friends go camping at a haunted farm with an evil, violent history in the Australian outback. Ignoring warnings, and this movie was made on a budget of $3 million. Here's the bit that gets me. Chris Sun directed Boar. Have you seen Boar?
I don't believe so.
It's a great movie. Boar is a great movie. It's
look
basically
into
about a razorback run about the Australian outback. Just humongous thing. It's great.
Can I just say that's something that bugged the fuck out of me? Like I know where this is a little moving far into the movie, but whatever. I just, since you said that, it bugged me. How does somebody from the country not understand what a razorback is? It's like, I'm not from Australia. I know what the fuck a razorback is. And that lady supposedly is an Australian, doesn't understand what the fuck they're talking about. Like, that was just like, what the fuck? It's like, I get it if Tara reads, like, I don't know what that is.
Well, she doesn't know anything. She just goes about the place. Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
that was fucking stupid. But whatever. I just wanted to get it out though.
Yeah. A strange casting for this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for a start, Tara Reid thought that, okay, we'll have a laugh. Jeez.
Yeah. I think that was the smartest casting move they could make. Because that's probably half their budget. But more importantly, when a movie is starring Tara Reid, you know what you're getting into. Like, I turned it on last night, and my wife immediately picked up a book and spent the hour and way too fucking long this movie was just reading the whole time. It was hilarious to me.
But the most random casting in this was Kane Hodder.
That was another one that's just like, well, we need a stunt coordinator. Hey, this will give us some cred.
Yeah,
people will watch this if Kane Hodder. Like, I mean, that's the only reason
they're
we watch
absolutely
this.
right, because that's why I'm like, Kane Hodder's that's cool.
Yeah, no, I've long since I've long since given up on movies being sold on like, oh, this horror icon is in it, because it's like, chances are it sucks.
Yeah, but even his character, like, it was just like so shoehorned in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was painful.
They were really, really trying to get every penny out of that performance of his. Now the thing is, like, he was good because he is a good actor.
He does his right. I'm not slagging Kane Hodder off for this. I'm slagging off the casting and the writing choice for this.
Yeah, no, the writing was terrible. Like, it's like basically he was polishing that turd to the best of his ability.
Yeah,
and kudos to him for that.
God. Yeah, so we'll start off with your typical prequel kill thing, just so you know this is a horror movie. And we'll have Sally and her boyfriend. Oh my God, like, I've never cried so hard for someone to get offed.
Dude, right? It's like, okay, you are clearly hiding from somebody that's trying to murder you. Shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Like, everybody's so loud in this. And it's like, no wonder you all fucking, oh yeah, sorry, spoiler, everybody dies. Yeah, it's just like, I was telling my wife, I'm like, yeah, if that was you, I'd just fucking let you die. Like, I'm sorry, but it's like, I know how to keep my fucking mouth shut. I would survive. I mean,
do you ever get that? You know that one person, say there's a tense situation and it's just ready to kick off and everyone else is dialed in, and that one dopey person goes, as if they wanted to kick off, and it's usually a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, when I did the door years ago, that was always the case. Things are getting tense, you're defusing it, and some bitch would come up because she knows she's not going to get hit
Mm-hmm.
and just wants to kick it off. And you just see, it's almost in slow motion. You see them come up, you know they're about to open their gob, they're about to get stuck in, and it's all about all your hard work of getting them outside the front door. Fucking calm down, right? They're about to walk off, and this bitch comes up, blah blah blah, because she's not satisfied. There's no blood or something, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And if nobody believes that women aren't bloodthirsty, I don't know what to tell
Yeah,
you.
that's some bullshit.
Go work in bars. If you don't believe that women are bloodthirsty, go work in bars, and you'll get your eyes opened.
Yeah, that's opportunity
but-
hater. Like, I don't give a fuck what you got hanging between your legs. If you're gonna get punched, you're gonna get fucking punched.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
oh no, you can't hit women. Yes, you can. If
no, that's the thing. I'm from Northern Ireland. That rule does not apply.
Yeah, no,
thing.
I've gotten my ass beat enough by women to know that I don't give a fuck. Like, it's either them or me. I'm punching whoever the fuck in the face if I have to.
Yeah, because they'll take their shoes off, try and stab you in the eye and all sorts, and yeah. But this is Sally. Sally's that idiot. Just no concept. Thinks that if she makes enough noise, like obviously subconsciously, I think she thinks she makes enough noise, her boyfriend will get off and she'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not understanding when you're dealing with an absolute psychotic that doesn't matter. But yeah, I just think to start going, no. I got that decapitation as well. Like, so telegraphed.
Yeah. It's like, oh, let's set this right here. And then do. Let's forget that was right there.
Yeah.
So fucking great. That's the thing. Like,
this should have been a comedy. If they had done this as a comedy, fucking sweet.
Just gonna say that. Just a little bit of a tonal shift in how it was shot. It would have been so much better. Because you'd be leaning into the cheesiness, the humor, the fact that, you know, it's a low budget movie with a bunch of no names and two horror icons. I mean, one of them is an icon, so I don't know.
I
was like, I've seen
go get some soap and wash your mouth out if you're saying Tara Reid's a horror icon.
I've seen her at more horror conventions than Kane Hodder. Just saying.
Yeah, desperate career. No career because she can't act.
No, I mean,
of course,
she gets fucking. She's a hustler, man. She gets her fucking money. She gets her name out there. And come on, fucking Sharknado. Like, come on.
Shut up.
You're the one that fucking has the hard on for reviewing them. I just enjoy them.
Just being a completionist.
Mm.
Anyway, that's ancient history now, I think.
For now.
No.
There's going to be another one. There has to be another one. As long as cinema exists, there will always have to be another one.
Oh, God. Dear. Hopefully in another 10 years' time. I'll be dead by then from a heart attack or something. Dear. But then, so we've got the obligatory, here's a kill, just so you know you're in a horror movie, blah, 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 blah. Now we cut the current day. What a weird group of people. Like, talking about mismatch of cast, 4 people have no chemistry whatsoever with each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I was pretty confused most of the way through the movie because I couldn't figure out if Homeboy and Tara Reid were a couple or not.
Yeah, apparently they were. That's why they're...
Yeah, I didn't realize that until the very end of the fucking movie. That like, oh, okay, I guess they are actually a couple, not just friends, and he's trying to get in her pants.
Yeah. And also, they're adults and they're acting like teenagers. They've never, like... I don't know, man. This is weird. It's almost like
Yeah.
they couldn't afford teenage actors or something. And they went with adult actors, but they wrote a teenage script.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
There's a major disconnect in this movie, and it's I think it's down to the casting and the writing. Because the story they wrote doesn't fit with the cast. Oh, I don't think Tara Reid knows I think she just turns up and like, oh, where do you want me to stand? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it kind of seems like she's just along for the ride.
And I love the way that she's in full makeup all throughout this movie.
Well,
like just full, like unless that's her plastic surgery and that's like been airbrushed on or something or tattooed, but like not a smudge in her makeup throughout this entire movie.
It's got to be that way, man, because she's had a hard life and it's taken a toll.
Got to fill those cracks in, eh?
Like, Jesus Christ, there was one scene where her shoulder was out and it's like, oh God, please somebody throw a cheeseburger at her. It's like she's literally just skin and bones.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
People might be picking up on that. I don't know if I'm being too subtle.
I can respect the hustle, and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, it's fair play. You know what I mean? If you can make a living by being that shit, fucking
that's doing better than me.
Yeah. Why work hard? Why build a try and be talented?
She definitely works hard. Like, she is consistently working. So it might not be great work, but she's doing it.
Yeah, fair one. But yeah, even the whole thing of right, let's go camping at the haunted house. Let's go out camping. These people have never camped in their lives. What the fuck? These people don't make as if they are into camping.
I'd fucking go camping in a haunted house.
No, but I mean these people.
Yeah, like I love.
I'm not talking about the actual concept. That's not the issue.
Yeah.
It's these characters doing anything like this does not make sense.
Yeah, especially like I mean, sure they're natives, but like I feel like
two of them, 2.5.
Well, I mean, yeah,
that other girl is a bimbo.
But I feel like if you're living in Australia and you're outside, you know not to be naked. Like, Donkey's always just in his underwear, walking around barefoot. And it's like, motherfucker, there are things bigger than this supposed huge schlong yours that want to kill you on a constant basis. Like, at least put on some fucking socks.
That's why flip-flops are invented. Like, come on. Yeah, nothing. These are city people. I know it says it, but I mean, these are obvious city people.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I love that the meals that they brought for camping was sausage, and that was it.
Yeah. And even better, let's stay in the crusty. This is the second movie this week I've watched where they're staying in a crusty house. Like, a tent is more hygienic. Being outside in the front garden's more hygienic than going in that thing. What are you doing?
Right. Like, I mean, it's fun to break into old dilapidated buildings. Not that I would know, but yeah, staying in there, just pitch your tent in the front yard. Come on.
It's fine. Yeah. Like I said, the whole thing's a casting with us. It just is so off. There's no chemistry between the characters. They don't like the Wolf Creek movies. You believe the people there actually go camping and they're backpackers.
Yeah.
They have the 100%. Backpacker look. So it fits.
Yeah, no, that's super believable movie.
Yeah. These guys, no,
not a single person in this movie was believable. Like, especially the backpackers we see once they're already at the house. It's like, oh yeah, you've been walking for fucking 8 days. No, you haven't. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, that's they've just stepped out of their trailer. You know, they didn't hold a set. So this movie, we're not going to spend 45 minutes reviewing the first 45 minutes of this movie because fuck all happens.
No, it's this. I would
Like,
argue the first fucking hour. Like this movie could have been cut down by like 20 minutes, and it would have been better. Like it was
just a short
entirely too
movie.
fucking long.
I get setting the scene, but really? Do you have to set the scene of walking from one end of the field to another, and that's 10 minutes of screen time?
Right.
Right, we get it. And we get the donkey as a bit of a lad, but fucking hell, do you have to tell us every scene? Has he no redeeming qualities? Like, that's the whole point of that sort of character. They're meant to be a bit of a lad, bit of a loudmouth, but when it comes to the crunch, they're the ones that it's supposed to step up. That's that.
Yeah, it's I feel like he's the Shelley character from Friday 3. At least that's what they're going for, but like he wasn't a sympathetic character. Like when he gets offed, all I did was laugh my ass off and say about time.
Yeah. Hey, you're with the group and you go to the bar and you don't bow around.
Yeah, no, if you're fucking asking,
that's fucking not on for a start.
Yeah, no, if you're asking for people's help, you start by giving them booze. Like at the very least, you buy them.
No, but I'm talking about even his own group.
Well, I mean, that goes
in this group of 4. He goes and buys himself and comes back. And like nobody, do you not fucking do that ever? That's
no. If you're there with the group of people, you buy pitchers. You don't buy individual drinks. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, but yeah, go down the bar. I know I have limited social tact, but fuck me.
Yeah,
the more I look at these sort of characters and some people in real life, I think I might be all right.
Right. Yeah, because like the reality is there's people like that. And it's probably more prominent than we'd imagine.
Yeah. But yeah, let's go and antagonize everybody just getting in their face. Yeah, nah. Wasn't especially Australia as well. Like, and Chris Sun's an Australian. That's not Australian culture. He would have already been punched. He'd have been punched by
I felt like
person.
Everybody was pretty well behaved.
It's almost like it was scripted.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, then the kicker is it's like finally like they get the fuck out of the bar because, you know, everybody's mad at them because they're cunts. And then somebody comes out and gives him what he was asking everybody for, and then he has the audacity to push him. It's like, dude, what the fuck? Be like, cool, thanks, man. Here's a 20, go get a drink or something.
Yeah. Sorry about that. You know, blah blah blah. Fucking hell. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was good that he was the first one to die in the group.
It was just, this is a mess. This was an absolute mess. And then just to throw some mud, you know, just so you remember, because at this point we're fucking like 30 odd minutes in and fuck all's happened. So we'll have flashback scenes because just to remind you that you're in a horror movie.
Right.
This would be better as the prequel. If they had just stuck with that, actually, that was a better storyline.
Yeah, but the problem was like they were on a limited budget and they had to fly Bill Moseley over to Australia. Like they probably had him for about an afternoon, and that's what they could get out of it.
Right. I hate to break this to you. You know what I mean? This might blow people's minds, but Australia have their own actors.
Yeah, actually, I know, it's crazy.
There's actually quite a few of them. It's not just the 30 soap opera actors. There's actually other actors. And if they really have the place to pull out, there's this other country like next door to them called New Zealand, which is actually raised to be well known for movies. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, and it's unfortunately when it comes to shit like this, they've got two things going for them or going against them. And I guarantee this is why they cast who they cast. One, they were trying to go as an international film. And right there, you have to have international actors that will sell in other properties. And specifically, it's a horror movie that's trying to be an international movie. So, of course, they have to get as many horror icons as they can. And, you know, quite frankly, those are three people that you're going to see at almost any random horror convention. So that I guarantee that's why they did it.
Okay. Yeah. But just said, did you have to use them all?
Yeah. That's, I mean,
Kane
gotta
Horror was enough for
give it.
me. That was sold. Honestly.
See, I
Kane
don't know.
Horror's in it. I'm going.
I'm not. I like him, but I'm not that guy. It's
No, but
same as like
that's
anybody.
good chance it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So that's going to work. Tara Reid is not the seller for me. I'm like, nah.
See,
But I thought it was.
that's just the thing that tells me what I can expect. So I kind of appreciate seeing her like as the star role of something, because it's like, oh, okay, I don't have to use my brain for this one.
Yeah. So we'll have the flashback scenes of Charlie and the family. And they're sort of going Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
100%. Like
House
that.
of a Thousand Corpses direction, mashed it in.
This whole movie was based on other movies being really good.
Yeah.
Like even the intro, it was well, not just the intro, but even like the end, the third act of the movie, it was, Friday the 13th, 2009. Like it was that mixed with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but not two, oddly enough, considering they had Bill Moseley. This just basically made me want to watch other movies.
Yeah. It's like, I've seen that thing and it's better. I've got to... Yeah. God, here's the thing as well. There's no passion. Everyone's just down it in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even when the lynch mob turns up, like, you talk about the most awkward, staged, polite lynch mob.
Right. And then they pop Bill Moseley. Like, I understand he's got a firearm, but he's also got a firearm pointed at the ground. And he's cool and level-headed. It's the wife that's freaking the fuck out. But yet he gets popped in the face. Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Back to what I'm saying about the bar fight.
Yeah.
It's always the way. There you go. Point proven. That's always the way. It's everything's getting reasonable, calm down. Poof. Yeah. But the fact is, if they're going to pop one, they may as well crack on then. And no, they didn't have this whole convoluted scene. She is right there. They are right there. And yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're a fucking lynch mob. You're all showing up with fucking guns pointed. Like, you are there for one reason. Don't lie to yourself.
Yeah. And usually when the first shot goes off, that's it. Boom, boom, boom. That's the trigger for everyone to like crack on. Yeah. Like I said, staged, awkward. It's almost like people have never acted before. What's this thing? But it's also the plot can happen. That's all it is.
Well, the thing is, I don't get it, because like, even just if both his parents got shot in the fucking face, like, that's enough to make a mentally challenged individual snap. At least I would imagine.
But doesn't survive in the bush. Like, that's a completely different skill set. Like, surviving in the Australian bush is hardcore, from what I've heard.
Yeah, I can imagine. Again, it's a country full of things that want everyone dead.
Yep. Yeah, but yeah, sure. Plot needs to happen. The fact that they go in, right, to this house and they find the bodies, and their instinct is not to burn the house down if they're not going to report it to the police, but remove all the bodies somewhere.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting choice. Like, we're not going to get the police involved, but we'll go ahead and bury all these bodies. It's like, did one of you like keep one of the corpses or something? Is that why we're not getting the police involved? Because I get it, I understand, like I respect that, but very odd choice.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And I do want to bring up something that I feel like we're skipping in your notes. about serial killers never keep a tidy home. Have you never seen Serial, Mom?
Not in a while.
Well, there you go, man.
That was a comedy.
Serial
Or
killer.
maybe it was yeah. No, but
Yeah,
every friggin' serial killer it's always a shithole.
Mhm.
And you're like, why?
Yeah.
I want to see the meticulous, Dexter type, everything's beautifully laid out and
Mhm.
clinical. That to me, that's more frightening. It makes more sense in why they can get away with stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I mean,
Right.
it's the whole Ted Bundy thing. Like, the killer's in plain sight, but nobody knows because you're well put together.
Yeah, and that's it.
Mhm.
But it's a boring trope, is basically what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
It's overdone. It's lazy. I know it's almost like, oh, we have to make this place look scary. Ah.
Right.
Okay, I get it, but come on. The idea of, the secret bit in the barn is all beautifully meticulous, but why is Charlie still alive? Like, if you're around rotten corpses and stuff all the time, you're going to pick up something nasty.
Yeah.
Like, no doubt about it. It's not healthy. And anyone, if you don't believe me, set a bit of chicken out in your worktop and leave it there for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Just get a chicken thigh or a chicken breast. Just set it there in your worktop. Especially now, summer's a great time to do it. Just do it. Leave it there for a couple of days, and then tell me if you can live with full-on corpses dotted about all over the place.
Right.
It just, yeah. Got him there. Sorry, I've worked in some places, and it's like,
yeah. I love that they kept mentioning the smells. Like, oh, it smells like something died. Well, I don't smell anything. It's like, yeah, it's a very, 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 very potent smell. You're gonna clearly know what the fuck that is.
yeah.
Like,
There's
oh,
nothing.
did somebody light a candle or is that flesh rotting? I can't tell.
Yeah, once you get that in your nose, yeah. There's no other smell like it.
No.
Oh dear. Yeah, this is just lazy. And then even when they're camping in the house, even before the kills start, they're using the plates. Like the fact that they've got the plates, they're setting them on the counter and
Yeah.
stuff. You're like, what is this?
Right. Especially when they made a point of saying that there's no running water,
Yeah.
which I thought was ironic because it's like we just kind of naturally assume there's no fucking running water because it's an abandoned house. Duh. Yeah, a lot of interesting choices. And like, oh, I'm gonna snuggle up with this fucking teddy bear because that's not disgusting. Like, I'm sure if that thing was sitting there for as long as it was sitting there, surrounded by corpses, that thing smells like a fucking corpse. Like, you're not cuddling with it.
Here's the thing. I grew up in a rough neighborhood. And there's always the sofa left out in the middle of the street. And honestly, after a couple of weeks, that thing's heaving.
Mhm.
Like, especially when you get the weather going through cycling pattern stuff, that thing is like you're not even getting near it. Like mattresses and stuff. Like we had loads of houses that were like derelict, blown up and stuff, and just left waste ground and stuff. And there's like always mattresses and stuff piled up in that. And we used to do a thing. We piled the mattresses up and jump out the top of the house. You know what I mean? And the fact is that around the mattresses, all the broken bottles and stuff. Like, how the hell I'm still alive? I do not know. But that's what we did because that was fun.
Simpler times.
Yeah. But the only thing is, because every July, bonfire season, 11th of July, so all the anything that was made of combustible material all get dragged up to the bonfires. That was it. And you got to see things, all different types of rotten stages. So, yeah, I've seen it. No way are you sitting amongst that stuff. You always take the newer ones, and that's what you built the hut out of, or that's what you had the, you know, sofas where people were sitting and stuff. But yeah, all the rancid stuff got in the middle first. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I've cleaned out hoarder homes before. I don't know how they would do that in real life.
You can just tell this is that's a problem. You can't suspend disbelief with us because it's so obviously a stage.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. It's so obviously a stage set because especially you've got that God, I can't remember her name now, but the Instagram influencer one who's actually managed to be more of a bimbo than Tara Reid, which that's impressive.
Very.
Tara Reid's character is actually more sensible in this one than the bimbo one.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but that's funny.
Yeah, that's good. That's amazing. Like, but yeah, the way they're just, you know, and then we'll have the random couple turn up because reasons.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have more bodies to kill, I guess.
Yeah, but they do it all in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that was the thing that killed me. Like, I understand you want all the action to be at the end for obvious reasons, but it could have happened a lot sooner.
Especially if bringing extra cast in.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was so funny too, because like it just like everything was like, see, this is how this one's gonna die. Like, oh, look at this axe. This is so cool. I'm gonna set it
not
right
shaped
here,
like a killer's axe at all. Like it's not
we're gonna
cut
take
out
it
like a
home.
battle axe.
Yeah, that's just like, okay, cool. So that's how he dies. I did find it funny when homegirl got killed by the tire.
Yeah, the tractor tire. You're like, okay.
It's like I'm pretty sure that would have just crushed her head, but to have him like bouncing on it, that was pretty funny.
See, once again, they had it done comedy. If the movie had just been self-aware and done like scary movie type comedy, this would have been great. Just done a parody, this would have been fun. But it's trying to take itself seriously. That's the problem.
Yeah, it kind of goes between trying to be a serious movie and then funny shit like that happens, and it's like just kind of stay in your lane, man.
Yeah, pick one. Pick one, go for it. Ah, dear. And of course, yeah, Donkey and Mel. Like, talk about a mismatched, not even remotely compatible couple.
Right. It's like
and you
his
just
whole...
tell us. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, you just tell the script told him to carry out these actions because there's nothing there.
Yeah, it's just so funny because it's like the only thing he's got to lean on is his huge fonts, and it's like, you know, it usually takes a little bit more than that to have some sort of connection with somebody. I mean, at least I'm assuming. I don't know. I had a fucking tiny dick, so
Heard rumors, so
yeah. I've heard of it, but yeah, it's
I've
like
heard rumors about this connection thing, and you know, having personality. You know,
yeah, it's just like, dude, you're acting like a fucking 12-year-old kid trying to get a fucking girl to skate with you or something. Like, just talk to her.
Yeah, that was the moment for him to, you know, when he's not being boisterous in front of a group, to show the real him. But obviously, they didn't know how to write characters, or couldn't be bothered.
Well, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, because it's like we all have met somebody like this that is just completely oblivious. So it's like, while it's an annoying character, I felt it was a believable character.
Yeah, but then her going along with it, you know, that's what I mean.
She was begrudgingly going along with it. I think honestly, the leading
goes off and get into a thing with someone, you just go right.
He was begging her, and she was just sort of like, whatever. I think.
Does that work?
I mean, I'm fucking married. I've been with her for almost 20 years, so clearly it works. I think her thing, like, you nailed it on the head. She's a bimbo. She knows he has a huge fucking dick. She wants that dick. She's going to eventually get that dick, but she's got to deal with the annoyances first. And that's kind of the feeling I'm getting from that character.
I don't know. Her character's completely off.
Mm-hmm.
No one of them ones.
No, I agree. I definitely agree.
Nothing matches up. Like I said, when Tara Reid plays a more grounded character than that one, Mel, yeah. But I think we knew what was going to happen to Donkey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was
like
so
that was telegraphed from fucking day one, minute one.
Yeah, especially because, like, oh, I'm just gonna get out of the fucking water completely naked. Of course, something's gonna happen.
Dun dun dun! Surprise,
Yeah,
surprise.
Yeah, that's the best part. Like, I don't. Okay, at this point, I was pretty fucking drunk because this was not a thinking movie. But did he only get his dick shoved down his throat and that's what killed him? I can't remember, like, if he got stabbed, his neck broke, or anything like that, or if it was just literally.
No, he stabbed him as well.
Okay, yeah, like I said, I couldn't remember if that happened or not. Like,
yeah,
of course, the dick getting chopped off, that's hilarious. Then he rams down his throat, but I couldn't remember if he got something.
No, he stabbed him as well.
Okay, all right, that makes sense then.
Yeah, and then I felt like Mel's death was a bit incomplete.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
he rips her jaw off.
I'm sure that'll kill you eventually.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Yeah, it's like not even like a bunch of blood or anything. So it's like that's like getting shot in the stomach. Like, you're gonna die eventually, but it's gonna take a while, or potentially.
I was almost expecting her to be strung up somewhere later on, just expiring. I thought they were set for that.
I thought he was gonna do the whole Bane and Batman thing. Like, he picks her up like he's gonna fucking drop her on his knee and snap her in half. So for him to just like pick her up and throw her on the ground and be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take your jaw now," it's like, that seemed a little excessive. Like, it was going almost into Zack Snyder territory. Like, there was no fucking reason for those slow motion shots at all.
Yeah. Well, I suppose I had a few minutes to pad out. Obviously, they were contracted to make a length of a movie. So,
and that's the thing I don't understand. It's like, why can't people stick with like a 70-minute model, like 70, 75 minutes? That's all you need. Doesn't need to be long.
This type of movie.
Yeah, it's like when a movie is almost an hour and 40, I'm expecting like some artsy fartsy shit or something with a really deep, compelling, complex story.
Yeah. A mystery to solve that's being unraveled. Yeah.
This is not that kind of movie.
No. And then we'll go back to Jason and Natasha, Tara Reid's character and the other bloke.
Again with the fucking yelling. Shut the fuck up.
And you'd think this thing was about 2 miles long. Like, he stepped into a barn.
Yeah, it's a fucking shed. Like, you can see the entirety of it from the outside. Like, it's the size of this room pretty much.
Yeah. So once again, he's hiding, whimpering. One end of I think they're playing with the light and the shadows a bit too much as well, making it pitch black, and it makes no sense.
Yeah, it was
like they're stepping into another dimension. You know what I mean? Because it's light coming through the slots and everything.
That started when they it did an abrupt and immediate day for night outside. Like, gradually get to that, but it was like one scene it's bright and sunny, and then the next, like, you can watch them turn the brightness down. It's like, ooh.
Yeah, weird. And of course we'll have this whole scene because they have to get their money's worth out of Kane Hodder. So we know that Tony's a boxer because we saw that he's a boxer and they told us he's a boxer. Blah blah blah. So now he's setting up this big epic fight, and big dude that plays Charlie, he's been a load of stuff as well. I think he was a boar too. He's a big, big fella.
Yeah, I meant to look up that guy.
Forget his name.
I was drawing a blank on who the fuck that was.
He's
sorry, fuck. What was this movie called? I'm gonna look up that guy's name. Charlie's Farm. There we go. Yeah, just watched it last night and can't remember what the fuck it's called.
Nathan Jones. He was in Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He's Mortal Kombat. He was in Troy.
Yeah, now that I can see him without the makeup, I know exactly who the dude is.
Scorpion King, one of them. He's always, big. If you need somebody, sword and sandals, big, oiled up dude, that's him. He's a big fella.
Yeah.
He was in Boar. That's right, he was in Boar. He was good in Boar.
Yeah, I'll have to look that. That's a relatively recent movie. How the fuck did I miss that?
Yeah, so once again, this could have been an epic fight. If they were building up for that, Kane Hodder coming in and saving the day, fair enough. Talk about the most lackluster. Even the boxing scene in Friday the 13th Part 8 was epic compared to this.
Yeah, this was very much like old-timey, like, I'm going to throw a punch and then you throw a punch, and that's how we box. It was
almost
choice.
Peter Cushing acting bad.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible. It was pretty funny though. Definitely wasn't supposed to be funny, but it was.
That's the problem. This movie's taking it seriously. If I had went the Hatchet direction with this could have been fun. But they didn't. Yeah, and then Jason thinks he's going to do something like
right.
He's like, watching.
Dude, you can't even reach the dude's head. Like, I'm going to hit him in between the shoulders with this pipe wrench
with my feebly little arms.
Yeah, it's like, dude, the murderer's weapon is right next to you. Why didn't you reach for that versus the fucking pipe wrench?
Probably couldn't pick it up.
That is true. That is true.
You know what I mean? You got these two big hulking dudes going at it, and yeah, little Jason's going to like just mosey on up there. And of course, he doesn't get involved in the middle of the fight while Tony's still active. He waits till Tony gets
this dude goes out of his way to try to save your ass, and you wait until he's dead, basically, to fucking intervene. Like, come the fuck on, you ass.
Even if you had just like gotten all fours behind him so Tony could push him over, behind the knees, that would have been useful.
Right. Definitely more useful than what he did. Fuck.
Yeah. I don't know. And then we got this weird scene that makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, I honestly I had kind of checked out a little bit at this point. So I felt like I'd missed something, but not important enough to actually rewind the scene and watch it again. So I'm glad that it didn't make any sense that she just stole a fucking necklace off of a dead person.
Yeah. Like, it made no sense. There was no payoff either.
Yeah.
So, okay. Reasons.
Yeah, it's kind of late in the movie to do some sort of red herring. Like, if that's some
that
sort
was
of
the teddy bear scene. Do you know what I mean? The necklace could have been the teddy bear.
Yeah. So that
pretend to be his mother or something. It's some silly shit like that.
Right. Yeah. It's like if you're going to rip off Friday the 13th, rip off the good parts of Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fucking weird.
But in fairness, once again, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Tara Reid's playing the most grounded character in this.
Right.
And that's when you know you're in trouble with a movie. She's the most believable character. But at least when she shoots him, she tries to operate the bolt action again.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody shoot from the hip so well with a rifle, but yeah, good on her. And then, how does this work? Whatever, I'll just throw it. It's like you can still use it as a club. Just saying.
What's the rule of every horror movie that nobody follows? Is if you're gonna hit the killer once, hit them
Double
20
tap.
times.
Exactly.
You,
Fucking Zombieland says it. You double tap.
I almost get a bit of a Paris Hilton vibe with her death scene, though. Do you know House of Wax? Like,
Oh, okay.
anyone that knows Paris Hilton was looking for that death scene, and she knew it.
Mm-hmm.
And she actually milked the fact that everybody hated her guts and had one of the most epic death scenes.
Yeah.
I think Tara Reid, once again, this is another better movie that they're parodying, because that was a good death scene. Like,
yeah, I was surprised. I didn't think she had it in her to die that well. But that was probably my favorite part of the movie, was the fact that everybody dies in the end. You don't see that very often.
no, but just the abrupt. That's it. Cut the credits. Done.
I mean, that's
The end.
they already overstayed their welcome, so that was like the perfect way to end.
God, what? Raw chicken. Leave out some raw chicken.
Yeah, raw. I mean, come on.
That's me. Don't cook. No, raw chicken or pork. A pork chop. That's actually, because that's close to humans.
That
anyway.
would, I was gonna say, that would be a lot closer to people remains. So yeah,
like people know I'm not a serial killer, just a slob. For one. Why was Charlie killing everybody? Because the plot needed it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the
why
reason.
not?
That's it.
Yeah, because clearly, mentally unstable people are all killers.
Yep. But anyway, thank you to another mindless jerk of Slasher for recommending this movie. Yeah, it was something.
Yeah, it was a movie.
It
was not the worst thing I've seen. It was watchable. I'll never watch it again. But I can say that I did it.
Yeah, and the only movie ever where Tara Reid manages to outact the entire cast, like that's epic.
Pretty much.
That is epic.
It was, like her performance was really fucking surprising through this, because it was almost believable. I was like, huh, she's a real actor under there somewhere.
Yeah, like dig deep. Shove a rifle in there, maybe you find it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't get over the wardrobe though, man. Like, she always, anytime we got a full body shot and she was running, she looked like she shit in her pants. I was like, that somebody in costuming should have known better.
Weird. But the full makeup, unblemished, every shot.
Yeah.
Even Bimbo didn't have that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but that's her. Like, it's just, she's not going to like go character acting all of a sudden, like,
right,
make an attempt. Oh well, there you go. That was a thing.
Yep, it was absolutely a thing, and you guys should watch it because we did.
Yeah. We watched it, so you didn't have to.
No, I mean, I think you still should. It's not terrible, and I mean the essentially the cameos that they have in it are pretty good. Like, those are the best scenes of acting.
It's very paint by the numbers.
Yeah, definitely.
And I would say rewatch an old favorite rather than this. If you're getting a homage to something, I'll just stick that movie on instead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'd be more satisfying. Don't expect anything.
Definitely. They did not reinvent the wheel with this movie.
No. And they wasted shooting it in Australia. They may as well just done it in the American Midwest or something.
Yeah, there was very much no point in shooting it in Australia. I mean, other than the fact that's where they're from, obviously.
Yeah, but yeah. There you go. That's a thing. And that's us for another month. That went by quickly.
Yeah, that was a good note to end on.
Yeah. But there you go. Right. Back on with Flay later on. We are doing the second part of Biggie Pop Phantom. as I try and wrap my head around that one. That's gonna be fun. Going to try and watch a couple of episodes. Tomorrow is last day for submissions, so if you're thinking of submitting to Horrific Tales Volume 3, tomorrow's your last day to get in. Then I start reading and going through everything.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, we'll have loads of stuff coming up as usual. Never stops here.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So just as we say, until next time, keep updated with the channel, do the type of things, and remember to keep it creepy,
Keep
it
it
horrific.